Good evening, beautiful people. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to Astute Queen Bee's Thoughts. I am Astute Queen Bee, and welcome to my channel. I would appreciate it anyone that comes in the building. They will ring my doorbell. That is notifying me, that you are at the door and you are ready to come in the building. I would appreciate it if you would drop a comment down below and let a sister know that you stopped by. I'd appreciate that as well. I just jumped on because I've just been sitting and thinking about a lot of stuff. And I wanted to chit chat with a couple of my sisters and a couple of my brothers if they pop up. If not, if you're catching this on the replay, please hit the like button again. Leave a comment down below and let me know that you came through. Now, what I want to talk about is life in general. It's not about any one particular life or a specific person. It's just that how the world is running now. And it's kind of getting to a very bad place in this country. It's getting worse and worse every single day. We are losing children. We are losing black men. We are losing black women for no reason at all. And it makes no sense to me. It breaks my heart that so many people are really out here trying to just live life and survive in the regular world, but evil, spiteful, hateful, racist people, and that has nothing to do with my people, because we are cool over here. But it's just in life, just watching how the government is moving, how that orange thing is still not stuck in jail. I still don't understand. Yes, he's been indicted and all that, but I want him behind bars. So that man, that's not a man either. So he can no longer run for office and we don't have to look at his face. I know that sounds a little harsh, but that thing has allowed people to come out of the woodwork and just think it's okay to disrespect people of color, of other races, nationalities. And it's sad and it breaks my heart because we already have a struggle as it is in this life. And nobody wants to be stuck in a world that's not productive to them or that you can fight your way through all your storms and still come out on top. And the part of the problem is the government. I have realized a long time ago. Sorry, y'all. I'm eating watermelon. It's so good. But yeah, I have realized that a lot of people feel a certain way about other people, but it's not because that's how they feel. That's how their parents feel. That's why I always say children are not born into this world dumb. People are born into this world with parents that retrain them of how they should think and feel. Y'all know if you have little children learn from their parents. Older children do as well. But when it comes to little children don't see color. They don't care who you are. They just want to play with you. And that's a sad thing because even though I've never lived in one of those places where race has been a huge issue, but I do know that a lot of people have no respect for others. Like I know people complain about the borders and all that. But the crazy thing is, We didn't come here, our ancestors didn't come here willingly either. So I understand them trying to get to America to have a bit of life for their children and their husbands to bring their wives over. I get all that. But the United States is crowded, y'all. It really is. It's crowded. And I don't blame it on anybody, but this has always been a safe haven for anybody. Even though if we go to other countries, it's not a safe haven for us. They'll tell us you can't get on a plane, you can't come here. But life, brings you joy. It can bring you aggravation, frustration, anxiety, depression. Life can do a lot of things to you in one fell swoop. You'll be to a point where it's like, I don't know. Is that really what I want to do with my life? Is that really where I want to be in my life? Some people don't understand that in other countries, you don't have that opportunity to say, yes, I would marry this person, or no, I would marry this person. In other countries, they still have it, but they have arranged marriages. And I feel bad. I know that a lot of them do work out, but also, who wants to be in love with somebody that's not in love with them? And that's anywhere in the world. That's America too. Why are people wasting their time on individuals that do not see you as a person, doesn't see you as an individual that is just on this planet looking just like them, just a different shade? But we all bleed the same blood. We all eat, sleep, work. We all do that. So it's sad when people try to put different races against each other, different friends against each other. It's just not a good thing. We need some people in our lives that teach us the good parts of life, not just the negative things. Because, hey sis, how you doing today? I just popped on to see what was going on and how the people was doing, and I was just doing a little chit chatting of what I've been on my mind today, which has been this country. It's on my mind every day, but it was really heavy on my mind today because I'm just seeing how the government is messing with people's lives, not just by the things that they do, but by the things that they don't do. That's what that be. I'm okay. I'm over here watching my cousin, her crazy self, the 86-year-old I was talking about yesterday. As long as she good, I'm good. She downstairs feeding her face right now. But I'm just quiet, but I'm okay. I just think so much about why is it okay to fund other countries and you don't fund your own country that makes you the money? Like anybody that lives in the United States was born in the United States, and that's no disrespect to anybody else. Child, she is a trip. Bless her heart, my foot. That mean lady. That lady be mean when she want to be. But I love her. That's my first cousin too. That's which is crazy. Our parents are sisters. So all my first cousins are old. I mean, I'm old, but I ain't that old. They all in these 70s and 80s. So I'm stuck in the wrong space. But yeah, I just don't like the way that this government handles situations. Yeah, girl, she a trip. She's a stone cold trip. She be trying to drive me crazy down here. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm gonna do a live about it too. And the sister rules, I pre-uploaded them So they should be airing tonight. So hey, Sissy Pooh, thank you. I appreciate you. And also, please, everyone that comes through here, please leave a prayer in the comments for my sister, for our sister, Just Valencia, because she needs our thoughts and prayers right now. I know she a tough cookie, but we all have our breaking points at times. So please keep her in your prayers, as I always do and will continue to do. But yeah, I'm really shook off of this country because I'm like, yo, it's people that live here that y'all don't pay them enough to live on, but you think it's okay to get rid of the elderly people and young people that are on Social Security. You're willing to get rid of Social Security that people have been paying into all their lives. Like I don't get it. What makes y'all think, excuse me, it's okay to take people money that they paid their taxes in for years, and they can't collect that money, even if it's their unemployment? You only could collect it maybe for a year, maybe a year and a half. But where are all my funds that I paid into over the past 30 something years? Because I, again, believe that they should be putting a count for each individual that pays their taxes. Whatever tax you want to get rid of Social Security, okay, then I should not have to pay taxes on Social Security or pay into Social Security. Because if you're gonna take my money, why I'm gonna give you my money if you're not gonna give it back to me? That don't make no sense. Yeah, it's shameful. It's disrespectful and it's very shameful because we have a lot of elderly people. I guess because they didn't figure out most people would live past a certain age. I don't know. But people are living longer these days and they should be able to have access to their money and their funds. Just like I'm tired of this sick, twisted thing that Nick Cannon and a couple of other guys are doing, and that's constantly making babies just with anybody. I don't care if you work with them, I don't care. Why are you having all these babies? I understand you want to leave a legacy behind, but you keep popping out all the you keep having these girls pop out all these babies. They not gonna have nothing left to get. There's gonna be nothing left for them to get. And why is that? Because that money will be gone. That's why Mariah Carey ain't playing with her baby. She was like, I don't care what he want to do with his kids. These two right here ain't going for it. Not having it. Sorry. Like, I don't understand how any man could think that somebody would literally want to have a bunch of babies and it's okay. Like, no, it's not. I promise you it's not. I know, but come on. By the time them kids get grown, they ain't gonna have no legacy left. Because the parents gonna end up spending most of it on themselves. Now, if he got a bank account or a trust fund set aside for all those children, that's something different. But I just think of it as a woman's standpoint. I mean, a woman's standpoint, a grown woman's standpoint. I don't want no man to just keep laying his thing in anybody uncovered. Who wants that in their life? I don't want no man just passing around paying to any woman that'll accept and have a baby by him. No, that's not a man. That's a child. I think that's one reason why I always think of Nick Cannon as a child still, because his sense don't make common sense. Them parents ain't gonna be worried about them babies. So I hope he putting funds away from every one of them babies that he making, and that he knows to keep the mothers out of it. Because y'all know some mothers are shisty as they don't want to be. And they've been and took that money it was meant for them kids. Whenever teaching has following leaving, going back to the old days, having children to build. Child, you could build the legacy without having all them babies by all them chicks that work on your show. That's just like nasty to me. I mean, I know it's supposed to be, that's what you do to have babies. But you got to pop out all these babies. You gonna make all these babies and leave them here without mothers? I mean, without fathers. I understand he don't know how long he's gonna be here or whatever, but that's not a reason to have just keep constantly having babies to build you a legacy. Nick Cannon has enough money on deck right now to do that. Hell, buy all your kids some stock, but you don't have to constantly just keep making babies with these broads. I just think it's crazy to me because I'm like, who is telling you this the way it's supposed to be? I understand back in the day that people was having 11, 12, 13 kids, but they ain't had nothing else better to do but to be hunching on each other. That's all they had to do. That's all they could do was hunch on each other. They had nothing else to say. They had nothing else to do. That's all they had to do was to hunch on each other. But then again, the mama stayed in the home and took care of the kids and took care of everything else, and dad went out and worked. We don't have those type of men in our lives no more. There's very few. I can't say ain't no more, but there's very few men. But there are a lot of Mitches out here that want to be home and take care of the kids and let their wives go out and work while they sit on their lazy behinds and do nothing. Again, that's some people. That's not about all men. That's about specific men. There are a lot of men that are in this reality world that think it's okay for their children to be at home with them and not be at home with their mama. Like, and if y'all in a certain area, don't y'all think y'all need to both work to build a foundation off of and then let that person, the mom, ease her way out of it? Well, depending on yeah, you ain't never lied. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. It's a lot of people that stuck like that. Man, anywhere in the world I had let nobody have me stuck like that. I just couldn't do it. Because I have to love you to want to look at your face every day. I have to be in love with you to think I don't have a problem with you snoring in my ear when I'm trying to sleep. I have to have all these emotions and issues going on, situations going on, before I think it's okay to just have. Well, I can't handle my babies anyway. Thank God for that. But I just want women to start to look at themselves a little deeper and understand that God didn't make y'all for y'all to be single mothers. Yes, a lot of us are single mothers, but that's not what it was made for. It's just that the male part in it has lost their way. Some of them have lost their way big time, and it's not funny. But there's another reason why I have an issue with the world today. Because the fact of it is, there are so many males out here making babies, but they can't afford them or can't take care of them. For real. That's all. I'm like, I don't have a problem. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. But I'm not beat. Like, everybody would like to have a soulmate or a mate or whatever. Listen here. I've been through enough in my 55 years to know I ain't beat for the madness. Love is a wonderful thing. A relationship is a wonderful thing. But you have to be on the same wavelength. You have to be connected at the mind and make sure y'all both want the same things. Because people are getting into marriages and they don't want kids, but they don't want to tell their girls they don't want kids because they feel like it's going to be a problem, but you still want to waste that woman's time. I want women to stop wasting men's time. If you're not going to put in the work to shine, to hold him down, And I'm not saying coddle him. Do not coddle a man. Do not coddle a man. That's a problem when we coddle men. Like, most women like to be pampered and all that. A lot of men don't do that those days either. Why? Because women have taught their girls to think that it is a man's job to take care of you. That's not their job. Their job is to respect you and honor you. Unless they married to you, they don't have to do nothing for you. Hello, preach this. Because if you don't have no respect for me, I feel like you ain't got no respect for yourself. Because if that's the person that you chose to be with, that's who you wanted to be with, then make it your business to be mindful, be respectful, and be responsible for anything that's going on in your life. Don't put it off on somebody else. Don't let nobody else try to hoodwink you into believing something. If you don't see them putting forth the actions, I always say actions speak louder than words. So you can't tell me that, yeah, you want to do this and yeah, you want to do that, but your actions is showing me totally different. I'm just saying. Ladies as well. Ladies, if you want a man, I know, and that's why I tell people, like, that's why I tell young, especially young people, I tell them, take your time to get in a relationship. Don't start digging into a relationship when you in the ninth, 10th grade. No, wait until you get to your sophomore, junior year, sophomore, yeah, sophomore, or your senior year, and meet somebody. And the reason why I say that is because men and women throw each other's mindsets off, especially when you little boys and you run around with hormones. You young girls and you run around with hormones. That's running amok. But you have to actually ask yourself, what's more important? Is it more important for me to get my education so I get up out of this school, or you having a girlfriend that you know you're going to try to take up as much time as you possibly can with her? Yeah, I stopped listening to people and their words when I was a teenager. So when people tell me they're going to do something, if they don't do it, sometimes I bring it up and sometimes I don't. But when I bring it up, I'm about to lay down all your laws that you done broke. And that's just coming from a conversation standpoint. Because if you love somebody, you'll never want them to hurt. And for men that think it's okay to constantly hurt women, I need them to go seek some therapy. And not just for the woman, for them. So they can understand what their issues are and where what their answers are, but also to lead them in a direction that's prosperous for them. And also knowing that, okay, I know she loved me. I have to make sure I make it my business to show her that I appreciate her. Because a lot of men don't do that anymore. They'll tell you they appreciate you, but they don't show you. Like, I had somebody ask me the other day, I told somebody, what was I telling them? I was somebody, yeah, I don't understand how women do such and such. And they was like, but women always done that. No, women haven't always done certain things. There's a lot of things women didn't used to do back in the day. See, people also need to realize and remember that the mother of the home was the core of that family and kept that family together, whether you wanted it or not. It's best to grind now for the younger people and enjoy fruits later. Sooner or later, just absolutely. See, I wish I'd have knew that before when I was younger. Ooh, I wouldn't work so hard now. But nobody told me it would be easier if I did it the reverse. But hey, sometimes kids could throw you completely off your rocker. They would throw you completely off. But if you are an individual that feels that you need someone else to love you more than you love you, only individual does that is God. Your children not going to love you more than you love you. If you don't love you, something's wrong and you need to seek counseling. There's too much free counseling out here that a lot of people need. It's not just for being addicted to anything. Just a lot of people just need a life coach in their life. I wish they had a lot of those resources when I was young and I would have took. Girl, that's all I know how to do is pivot. That's all I do is I have to pivot and learn how to say, okay, that didn't work out that time, but this can work out later. So that's what the mindset I'm at now. I'm tired of giving so much and getting less in return. So I'm going to take it, upon myself and make it my business to not overextend myself unless it's to the people that appreciate and love me for me. I had to learn that some people don't even know what love is. And I mean, as far as being in love, some people never even felt loved. And that's sad. I've felt love. I've been in love before, but I've met people that don't have a clue about what love really stands for, what it means, or how to treat the opposite sex. Some of them don't even know how to treat the same sex, let alone the opposite sex. But a lot of people need to wake up because, like I always say, and I mean it, God is not pleased with his children. And if y'all can't tell from roads collapsing and mudslides and all kinds of mess going on in Mother Nature, then you sleeping and I need you to wake up. Because I promise you, God ain't raising a ruckus for nothing. He's not raising a ruckus for nothing. He tired of looking at his kids acting a fool as well. And again, it's our job to hold each other accountable. People are going to do what they want to do anyway, no matter how many times you talk to them, advise them, and pray for them. That's all you can do half the time is pray for some people. Some people don't. I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say this. And my bad for anybody gets offended. My bad. Sorry, not sorry, is how I see it. But what would you do if you were in a relationship with somebody and they constantly ask you to pray for them, but they don't believe in God? Those two things don't work. That's an oxymoron. That don't work. And some people need to learn to pray for themselves. Trust me, I've been doing it for quite a minute. I've been doing it. And I know that God works on his divine time and not on mine. So I had to learn to sit down and shut up and let God move me whichever way he's going to move me. That's just all I can do. I can't do no more, no less. But I do have to keep my eyes open and pay attention to what's going on around me, which I do. So, sis girl, I appreciate you for coming hanging with me in a chat for a little bit. I really do appreciate everything that you do for me. Know that. And I thank you for that. Because you do it and you don't have to. Trust me, when I find real friends, I know when they friends. I just know it. Can't nobody tell me. They can't tell me no different. Now, I know there are some people that have actually gotten underneath my skin lately for things that they have done, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. But I want old people to act like they old. And I ain't talking about, oh my God, my back hurt, my knees hurt. No, not that. I need people to really pay attention to what they're doing with their lives and stop starting mess. I don't care if it's in person or out on the internet, whichever it is. Let people live. Now, if somebody doing something wrong, hey, get them together. If they cool with you. But if they not cool with you, mind your business. I had to learn that. I had to stop sticking up for people. I try. But some people you just can't pray for. That's what I was really getting ready to say. Some people you can't pray for. Because they don't respect it. They don't respect you. And they don't respect the word of God. So if you choose to pray for them, go for it. Me, myself, I can't do it. Because I feel like I'm wasting my prayers that could be given to somebody else that deserves them than the people that don't act like they don't know how to act like humans. They run amok, they cause chaos. I can't live in chaos. Anybody that can, more power to you. So I'm going to end that right there. I am tired. I need a nap before I have to put this lady to bed. She done ate her dinner. I need a nap. Or I'll try. If I don't go to sleep, I might pop back later. We'll see. But by the morning, you should have 2 Sister Rules pre-uploads that should be coming out in the middle of the night. One in the middle of the night, and I think I set one for early in the morning. So I thank anyone that comes through. And if you're catching the replay again, please leave down in the comments. Let me know that you came through. Say hello. Drop some crowns in the chat for yourself. And again, please go over to my girl Just Valentia's page and show her some love and send her some prayers. So with that being said, I'm going to end this differently today. So I thank y'all for coming. May God keep y'all all safe and blessed. Know that I'm sending my prayers out to each and every one of you. And with that being said, here you go. And with that being said, it's Astute Queen Bee out. Y'all have a blessed day.
Sister on the other side of this screen right now. I don't know her name, Father God, but you're all knowing, so you know exactly who I'm talking about. I pray for her strength and for her guidance. She's feeling lost and overwhelmed right now, and she needs your help in finding her way. Forgive her for getting ahead of your plans. Help her to know when to stop and listen for your direction, because it is your ways that are perfect, Lord. Help her to make wise decisions that will lead her closer to your path for her life. Give her strength and courage to persevere when times are difficult. Lead her with love and with your truth so that she may live a life that brings glory to your name. Thank you for your guidance, your protection, and your gentle grace. Thank you for holding my sister's hand. May you bless her and keep her. May you turn your face towards her and be gracious to her. I pray that in her life, nothing would be missing or broken, and that you would give her everything that she needs pertaining to life and godliness. May the presence of your Holy Spirit continue to fill her up and maximize all that she was created and redeemed to be. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
I spent so many nights sleeping on me, but I finally realized I'm all that I need. I'm that girl, been that chick, never needed no one else. I've been that bitch, plenty on my mind, a couple on the side. Maybe I'm a dime, that face card don't decline. So tell me what it's giving, oh, I can tell you're living for